Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's short video will be about my opinion on how and why Fall Guys failed. I am currently a little bit sick, so you might hear my voice a bit weirdly, but just ignore that please. It all started when I was 13 and naive. It was during COVID. I was watching a lot of YouTube when I saw Fall Guys in my recommended. I watched the video and thought to myself, what a silly game this was indeed. Then I proceeded to call my friend on Discord, who delightfully convinced me to buy this dog shit of a free game for around 20 euros. I remember forming tears in my eyes as I was begging my parents to give me the card. I was still on my potato laptop when I started Fall Guys, and the frames were below 50 on the lowest settings. It was okay though. I remember playing this game with some friends, grinding for the skill level to get my first crown. I stopped playing the game after around 20 hours and never touched this shit again. Except occasionally when I started to feeling bad for wasting my money on a game of this sort. Maybe it got better, maybe it's fun now.
It's the same game.
Now don't get me wrong, shitting on a few toddlers and ruining their day with some friends is endless fun. But playing a game like this alone is probably impossible. Now where did it all go wrong? The beginning was a lot of fun, trying to figure out all sorts of maps and game modes. Sure, from the start, team games felt rigged, but it was all fun and games. Trying to get the bragging rights to say that you got the crown was all that mattered. We were all happy, finally a big new game. People were even convincing each other that this game would beat Fortnite, which obviously wasn't the case. It also came out free on PS Plus, automatically bringing in a whole bunch of people. It was the holy grail of family-friendly games. I think they did very good for launch, especially considering it was a paid game on Steam. Also, it's important to note that this game was doing insanely good on YouTube and Twitch, explaining the fast rise in popularity. Everyone was either watching it or playing it. People started to stop playing. From release in August to November, player count went from 172,000 to around 22,000. This was already a massive loss. People complained about lack of new maps, modes and even skins being added. Other games really took off, like Among Us and Valorant. Was Fall Guys' player base taken away? Everyone had their own reason to stop playing this game. So did I. Fall Guys tried to come back with a season update with only 4 new maps and 2 new game modes. Clearly this wasn't enough for people to come back. Streamers generally stopped playing Fall Guys near end of October. The Twitch hype moved on and people couldn't get wins. It was a rage game. There were people with much higher skill levels sweating in this game, getting all the wins. It was almost luck based at this point. As the title of the chapter would indicate, it was radio silence. From October 2020 to around June 2022, player count went from around 22,000 to a max of 26,000. Barely anyone except for little kids who couldn't buy any other PS games played Fall Guys. Everyone started saying it was dead and the memes started flooding Reddit and Twitter. YouTubers already started making videos about how and why it died, and it brought back the COVID hype syndrome that some of these games suffered. It was sad to see this game in my library, just waiting for something to happen. I couldn't even refund it. It felt similar to buying V-Bucks just to play Fortnite for a few months and abandoning it. They did update the game, but none of the updates gave anyone enough interest to re-download it. After 6 whole seasons and a fuck ton of maps, Fall Guys brought its hope back. We heard some rumors about it, but now it was final. After Epic Games bought Fall Guys, it released on Nintendo Switch and went free to play on every platform. No one could believe it. They added a bunch of maps, and for everyone who paid for the game before, got the premium battle pass. Obviously, as you could imagine, the player count shot up to the moon, averaging at around 60,000 just on Steam. People who were happy and gave this game a try again. This was a breath of fresh air for Fall Guys. This also invited kids who didn't yet pay for games to play Fall Guys. They also added microtransactions to the game. I think that all this was the right business move from Epic, and it was a good return on investment. But Fall Guys was still Fall Guys, and again, after a few months, the game died. Overall, the main reasons I think Fall Guys died are not enough content and gameplay, competition with other games in player count, no reason or feeling to grind or progress in the game, and bad business decisions. After all this, making the game free to play was still a good business decision, but why didn't they make it free at launch? Anyway, thanks for watching me get mad over 20 euros that I lost, and make sure to like and comment for more. Also, just quickly, the gameplay wasn't mine, it was this person's. That's about it. See ya.